Fortunato, and welcome to the virtual museum deep in the heart of GRES. The Amon Carter Museum has given GRES permission to display the virtual pieces. Our first piece, Rodeo Grand Entry, is explored by Kirsten Wright.
This dry plate negative is from Irwin E. Smith, 1925 to 1926. It represents the Rodeo Grand Entry, Southwestern Exportation and Fat Stock Show Rodeo in Fort Worth, Texas. Cowboys played an important role in the settling of the West. Ranching was a big industry and cowboys helped run the ranches. They herded cattle, repaired fences and buildings, and took care of the horses. The rodeo became a sports competition with events based around the daily jobs of a cowboy. Events include calf roping, stir wrestling, bull riding, bareback, bronco riding, and barrel racing.
Coben Cowell discusses cowboys and the statue, the Bronco Buster.
The Bronco Buster, a bronze sculpture by Frederick S. Remington, 1895. The most important position of any cowboy was his horse and saddle. The saddles were often custom made, and next to his horse was probably the most valuable item a cowboy owned. Horses were so important that horse stealing was considered a hanging offense. Cowboys wore special clothing that helped them with their jobs. They wore large 10-gallon hats to protect them from the sun and the rain. They wore special cowboy boots with pointed toes that helped them to slip in and out of the stirrups when riding a horse. This was especially important if they fell so they wouldn't get dragged by their horse. Many cowboys wore chaps on the outsides of their legs to help protect from sharp bushes and cacti that their horse may rub up against. Another important piece of clothing was the bandana, which could be used to protect them from the dust kicked up by cattle.
Emma Sampson narrates the events for the painting, Loops and Swift Horses Are Surer Than Lead.
Loops and Swift Horses Are Surer Than Lead, 1916, an oil on canvas by Charles M. Brussel. The scene in this painting actually took place in Montana in 1904. A group of cowboys working on a roundup encountered a bear that has been harassing their herd of horses. One of the cowboys tried to rope the bear, but his horse got scared and began to buck. Two other riders were able to capture the bear. Good thing.
Let's listen to Trenton Vino discussing The Ninebanded Armadillo by John Woodhouse Audubon.
Ninebanded Armadillo, a lithograph with applied watercolor by John Woodhouse Audubon, 1848. Did you know that the state mammal is the armadillo? The armadillo is considered legally blind. It uses its senses of hearing and smell for guidance. 90% of the armadillo's diet is insects. Armadillo is a Spanish word meaning little armored one and refers to the bony plates that cover the back, head, legs, and tail of most of these odd-looking creatures.
Lillian Stover considers bluebonnets, as depicted in A Cloudy Day, Bluebonnets near San Antonio, Texas.
A cloudy day, bluebonnets near San Antonio, Texas. An oil canvas, 1918. The bluebonnet became the state flower in 1901. The bluish-purple flowers decorate the roadsides of central Texas from March to early May. The flower looks like a little bonnet when you look at it closely. After it rains, look for a drop of water in each bonnet or bowl-like petal, also known as buffalo clover. Bluebonnets, Bluebonnets by Lillian Silver. Bluebonnets, Bluebonnets everywhere. Clouds are in the sky, moon shines bright. Bluebonnets, Bluebonnets everywhere.
Aaron Lipscomb considers the time period and people when Dash for the Timbers was painted.
A Dash for the Timber, 1889, an oil painting on canvas by Frederick S. Remington. The American Old West, also known as the American Frontier or the Wild West, means the history, people, and culture of life in the western United States. This often refers to the later half of the 19th century, but between the American Civil War and the end of the century. The American West had all sorts of people, including pioneers, business people, scouts, lawmen, outlaws, gangs, gunslingers, and cowboys. Most of these people had one thing in common. They were looking for an opportunity, and they weren't afraid of adventure.
Thank you for joining us for the audio tour. Please return your iPod and have a great time at Deep in the Heart of GRES.